128-bit encryption has never been cracked. 256-bit encryption is virtually impossible. So, AES 256-bit encryption is a very strong method. It's a widely used encryption method that's considered very secure. In fact, the US military uses this very standard.
Quick question. That's good to know and all, but how does my data get from my laptop to my GotBackup cloud without being intercepted?
That is where SSL and TLS come in. SSL and TLS are protocols used to secure your communication over the internet. Think of them like locks on a letter that ensure when you send or receive information online, it stays safe and private. Imagine you're sending a letter through the mail. SSL and TLS is like using a special envelope with a lock on it. Only the person you're sending the letter can unlock it with a special key. In this case, your GotBackup cloud. So, even if someone tries to peek at your letter while it's traveling through the mail, they won't be able to read it because it's securely locked inside the envelope. This encryption keeps your personal data, like passwords or credit card numbers, safe from hackers who might try to intercept it while it's traveling from your computer to your GotBackup cloud.
Okay, that makes sense. But there are so many cloud service providers out there. Why should I choose GotBackup?
Because of GotBackup's unbeatable value at an unbeatable price. And here's the best part, with GotBackup, you and up to 5 family or team members can enjoy the peace of mind that comes with 6 terabytes of secure storage for unlimited devices. Access your files securely from any device, Windows, Mac, iOS, Android, or through any web browser. With end-to-end encrypted online storage, your data is shielded in a secure gateway in your cloud, giving you complete control over your digital footprint. But GotBackup isn't just about securing your data. GotBackup is the only cloud backup service of its kind that not only secures your data but also puts money back in your pocket with our lucrative affiliate program. When you become a GotBackup affiliate, you can earn commissions for every person you refer to our cloud service. It's a win-win. Secure your data and boost your income simultaneously.
Okay, I really like that part. Sign me up.
Don't settle for anything less than the best when it comes to protecting your digital life. Choose GotBackup, where security, value, and opportunity come together to safeguard your data and empower your future. Visit GotBackup.com today to sign up and start securing your digital life.
I love the dance.
Yes, it certainly is. And folks, we want to welcome you here this morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you live in the world. And we're always excited to share this information with you. There's a lot of excitement right now coming with GotBackup. And today we're going to add something a little bit different. We're going to be adding a segment on a demo on how to synchronize your files on the cloud. It'll be about 3 minutes. We'll be adding this in throughout the presentation. But first of all, I'd like to welcome everybody here. I can see here Esther from Ghana. Welcome, welcome. And let's see here who we have. We have Joseph from Nigeria. Welcome, Joseph. This is awesome. Great to have you here. I know the US dollar is really be welcome with the conversion in Naira right now. Mark Stevens, welcome. This is awesome from Idaho. Let's see here. Rejoice from Ghana. We have Joe from the USA. Let's see here. We have Dave. We have Cyrus. Actually, welcome from Sweden. Awesome. Welcome. Wow. Great to have you with us here. We have Abdallah. Welcome from, let's see here. I don't see where you're from here. Okay, Larry from San Antonio, Texas, not too far from the office. Okay, from Ghana. Welcome. Great to have you with us. And folks, as we're presenting, feel free to share your comments, your feedback, where you're from. And if you have any questions or comments, we'll try to address them. One thing that you can keep in mind, you'll notice that there's a little question icon in the bottom. If you do have some question, maybe you can address them there. But keep in mind, that's a standard format that we present every single Friday at 11 o'clock Eastern time. So Tammy, when do we get started?
Absolutely. Well, for those of you who don't know who we are, we learned about GotBackup it's been a year in May that Joel, the owner of the company, which we'll share the story throughout the presentation because we've known him for many, many years. And back in the Gatineau days, good old days, working out at the gym and stuff like that. So yeah, he contacted us because he wanted us to have a look at what he had launched. And Chris was purchasing a service from him in the past with his GVO company. And we had a great relationship. So we were open to see what he had to offer. And when we saw the information, just like you're going to see today, we knew we had to be part of this. So we've been in with GotBackup for a year. We've been in the network marketing profession for Chris, 28 years. I'm around 26 years in the industry. We're full-timers, we're global builders, and we absolutely love the service of GotBackup and, of course, the opportunity itself.
Absolutely. And folks, I didn't want to forget also we have here on the live, we have Eric from Pennsylvania. We have Dr. KOA, which I know you're in both areas. You're on Zoom and you're here on YouTube. Welcome from Ghana. We have Lewis. Let's see here. We have Smart Money Movement. Love to have you. Good. Thank you for being here. And we have Sylvie Cossette also from Quebec City, since we know you, Sylvie. So folks, at the end of the day, we have an opportunity here to empower families with a global opportunity. We really underline the global opportunity. We are seeing right now massive growth. It's time to turn your dreams into reality. If you look at this slide here, why are you here? Well, I know that many of you want to better your life. I know that since, I don't know what it is in 2024, but whatever challenge we've seen in 2022, 2023, I don't know what 2024, it took a toll and it really started increasing. In fact, when we're talking about the inflation and so forth, which has caused a lot of challenges for folks to be able to live even the life that you used to have and just want to maintain that lifestyle. Well, think of young kids, young children, young families trying to buy a home. Look at this beautiful family here on the far left, right? With their key showing the key to just purchase a beautiful home. This is what we want to help you do. What about taking a vacation? Many of us have been taking vacation for years for many reasons, right? Because of the restrictions and all of these things. Now the costs and everything else. What about having extra money to be able to do that? What about having a new family member? Right? Think about the fact that now it's kind of a little sad, but we have to budget our kids, right? How many kids do we want? Can we afford it? What if that wouldn't be an issue? I want 10 kids. Well, let's do it. I know that's a lot. We're not in 1940s anymore. But my point in saying here is you have a choice. And the last point on the far right is you see here the hand out with investments. Folks, what's really important you understand is when you make money, you don't want to always spend it all to buy nice things. It's nice to have nice things, but what about living the lifestyle that you want when you retire, opposed to depending on others to be able to satisfy the shortcomings that are happening because the economy has changed so much, to having investments that are giving you passive income. So these are all the things that Tammy and I have been mentoring people in doing. That's what we're doing for ourselves. And this is an opportunity that can really feed that. Back to you, Tammy.
Absolutely. And GotBackup's mission is really to help all of you who are looking for a better way. And I believe that's the reason that you're here and the reason that we're here, and is to help average people who have good work ethic, and to help them create the dream lifestyle they've always worked towards. And we've done that over the years, Chris and I personally, through the network marketing profession. The best part is helping other people live that life.
And you know what, folks? One of the things that's important here is the company began in 1997 in Quebec City. By the way, I did activate the request on recording, but here's the reality. It is on YouTube Live. So that is a recording on itself. So you can actually use this one, which sits on the GotBackup YouTube channel, just for your information. So back to presentation here, folks. The company we began in 1997 in Gatineau, Quebec. This is where I met Joel. And I was, like Tammy stated at the beginning, is I was looking for a server where I can host my website to support my team, as I had some files to provide and so forth. This is where it all started. And Joel was telling me that the company has grown so fast and so much that they needed to move, because the fiber optic infrastructure on the ground that was in that city couldn't support the growth. And even if working in a deal with the city to increase it, once you reach the max, that's it. There's nothing else. And Joel knew that that would bust right open. So he decided to go to the US, and he went to Texas, invested into a building, the one you just see here. Today, it is paid in full. All his servers, all the material, everything he has is bought, cash, paid in full. There is no liabilities. It's one of the reasons why the compensation plan is so attractive. And we're not going to share all the details, but we want to tell you what's going on. It's really, really exciting. So the fact here is we have a 10,000 square feet data center. So let me play a little video for you to get an overview of the kind of product you get and security that you have in store here for you.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of GotBackup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure? And how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I wanna explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm gonna code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So a couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have, hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power. Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if God forbid there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect to security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security, it's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure. So let's come out of the server room.
So just so you know, folks, that video is available, and we can certainly point you in the right direction, folks. But now you see what the product is all about. Tell me, let's talk about the global trends.
Yeah, so Chris and I are going to share 2 of the global trends that GotBackup is tapped into, and we all know this one. Everybody's got their devices around them all the time, and data storage is a huge trend. right now. We're going to share some stats with you.
Absolutely. In fact, if you look at a percentage of global mobile traffic from 2011 to 2023, folks, it went from 6% to 60%. Obviously, we're going, it's a year old, but the point I want to share with you here, it's went from 6% to 60%. Folks, this is a train that is not stopping. It's not slowing down. It is accelerating. And the fact, if you look at the size of cloud storage market worldwide, from 2022 to 2030, folks, you're looking at a business in 2022 around $90 billion in sales. Now we're looking at in 2030, close to $500 billion. Folks, what's happening is the cloud services is the new oil. I'm telling you, everybody depends on this stuff. Everybody's on these devices. So it's very, very exciting. Back to you, Tammy.
Absolutely. And let's face it, we're all addicted to cell phones. I'm seeing all this stuff online, to chill a little bit and not to stay so connected to our phones, but it's hard, especially people who do business, right? This is what we do. We can be anywhere in the world as long as we have a device and the internet, we're in business. So it's phenomenal, but you can see some of the examples here are quite funny, and but we use it for alarm clocks. We use it every day. We're using it for many reasons. If you left your phone at home.
Do you ever go to the bathroom without your phone now?
I know. This is a hilarious one. It's true. I'm always grabbing my phone when I go to the bathroom. Before, back in the older days, you remember those wicker baskets and stuff, and you had all these magazines in it. Now everybody just grabs their phones. But I mean, everybody uses their phones for so many reasons.
And of course, it comes with an issue, right? Data loss is a growing concern, right? 45% of cell phone users have accidentally, lost their data or damaged their phones, and it's never been backed up, right? That's doomsday. Think about it. I mean, that's devastating, especially if you have your family pictures and everything in there. 5,700 screens are cracked every hour. Laptops and cell phones are stolen every 43 seconds. Now, think about this. Sometimes we think about how expensive our devices are, but how expensive emotionally your data, your soul is actually going to cost you by not having access to all of those. That's what we're talking about.
Absolutely. And how many times have you seen these messages? I know I've seen them quite a few times over the years. And you have two choices. You either start cleaning up your stuff and getting rid of some memories, which you don't want to do, or you pay more. So that's why we're going to share something really exciting with you today.
Absolutely. And now the other point that's really important here, the second global trend, is making more money. Listen, this economy, I know that we're in a shift. And where there's a shift, there always are different new opportunity will be presented, such as this one. And the fact here is people are looking for ways to subsidize. I know Tammy and I are certainly there too. If I may focus in the North American market, 42% of Americans have side gigs. My kids, right? 62%. They're in that Generation Z, right? 18 to 25. They all have side gigs, right? What about the rest of the world, folks? This is what's going on. And we'll share with you that this company right now is in around 160 countries, Tammy, or 130, 140. I forgot the exact numbers, but we're growing exponentially because the ease of providing the service. You don't have goods to ship, to deliver. So that comes as an opportunity on its own. But, leverage these global, that's right.
Yeah, leverage trends. If you want to do business, learn to leverage trends. And of course, this type of opportunity, which we're going to share with you a little bit later.
Absolutely. And there's really two product that we want to share with you here today. There's the core product and there's the VIP product. The VIP will go very quickly, but what's really important for you to focus on the core product. And even on the core product, I'll show you a little demo. It's about 3 minutes that our CEO has created, Joel has created, to give you an overview of how you would actually transfer the data from your computer to the cloud.
Yeah, so we need the drum roll here. This one's so excited. I always love sharing this part because you get 6 terabytes of data storage and you can have 6 people on one account, which is huge for families. and you can use unlimited amount of devices. And we have a ton of devices, but I know through families, there's many devices, right? So all of that for less than $10 a month. It's $9.97. And the best part is in network marketing, there's so much competition in all kinds of areas. There's absolutely none with the data storage. It's the only home-based business that offers data storage. GotBackup. You got to be part of this.
And what you're looking at, if you look at our competitors, right, the cloud service, they're all around within the $10 a month, if I may round it off. They all provide about 2 terabytes with the same amount of users. And of course, some may vary a little bit. But the point here, folks, is $9.97, and you get six terabytes opposed to 2. Just that alone is a big deal. And I know Joel is giving you options where you can have even another terabyte for a couple pennies, you know what I mean? Which is a one-time. There's so many options for you to have unlimited amount of data, more than you can ever need. If you pay yearly, it's $100, if I may round it off. Most auto ship from network marketing companies starts at around $150 to about $250 a month. Think about this. Think about it. That's a year, not a month, a year. It's a no-brainer. The price point is extremely attractive that you build in Canada, United States, or in Africa, which it could be in Ghana, it could be in Côte d'Ivoire, it could be in Nigeria, or it could be in the Philippines, it could be Australia, News. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. It's a price point that everyone can afford. That's what makes it very attractive. For example, I have an iPhone. Many of you may have that too, right? I remember looking for 6 terabytes. It's $30 a month. $30 a month. So the fact, folks, is there's no competition here. Of course, Apple has this extra added service. You can have the basic service with Apple, which is free to have all the bells and whistles that you need to back up your features on your phone. But when it comes to your pictures and everything else, you back it up on your cloud and set and forget. It's really straightforward. Again, for $10 a month.
Yeah. And these companies, they don't allow you to have 6 members. So that I get excited about that because I always think about families and helping people save money. So 6 terabytes of data storage, $9.97 per month. You can pay yearly. You have an option to pay yearly and save 2 months every year. It includes up to 6 accounts, and they don't even have to live in your household or in the same country. That's phenomenal. And of course, you've got the apps, you have the automatic set and forget. Once you get it set up, it's so awesome. Everything's just rolling smoothly. So, and you've already saw the video on the security part of the building.
So let me share with you a little video. It's about 3 minutes here to give you an idea of how simple it is on your PC, which is either a Mac or a Windows operating system.
I'm going to show you, this is going to be blank until you click add a new backup. So you click add a new backup, then you simply choose folders on your computer. So just as an example, I want to go and back up the air show here. It's just a local air show that I want to back up the pictures to. So I choose that folder, I click open, and then I click done. And then it's going to automatically, and I'll show you in the cloud, that it's going to automatically create that folder. So it successfully created that folder in the cloud. Now it's going to start backing up the air show documents or the air show pictures, okay? So this is the app. Here I am in the cloud. Now, if you have a Windows computer, it's going to automatically create a Windows folder. Right now I'm on Mac, and it's called Red's Mac. That's just the name of my computer. And in here, you're going to see that it just created that new folder. Now in here, you're going to see folders here for all the other things here that I'm already backing up. So like as an example, Haley's senior pics, I'm backing up to the cloud here. And of course, it's going to be here as well inside here. So here's Haley's senior pics. So if I click here, you'll see that it's in the red Mac OS folder, and I backed it up. If I come back here again, you'll see that it's starting to back up the folder that I just created, which is right here, and you'll see that it's finished uploading 19% so far. This is going to change every 10 seconds. It's as it continues to upload the air show. So here it is, called the Air Show. And again, if I refresh, you'll see that there's new pictures now that have been uploaded here. So you just go from folder to folder of what you want to back up. So if you want to add up a different backup, you just repeat the process. You click here, you click here, you choose what folders you want to back up on your computer, whether it's My Documents or whatever. I've backed up all of this. You click open. If I click done, it's going to say I've already backed this up. But that's how you do it. So again, just coming back here, backed up. If I come here and I refresh in the cloud, you'll see that there's indeed new pictures added. So that's how easy it is to add new folders that you want to back up to the cloud off of your local computer.
So as you can see, it's extremely simple and straightforward. And going back to the presentation here, folks, this is a very, very, very good service, very easy to use. And I'm telling you, folks, once this starts reaching out to general public, it's going to go absolutely ballistic. And we certainly look forward to share a little bit more. So right now, what I'm going to share with you is the core VIP product, right? We have the core we just showed. Now it's the VIP. These are added services that you have the option to take advantage of. For example, this is VTuber. Tammy and I use that all the time. We take videos, we take these videos and we upload it into the VTuber, and then you can create a link, which is an MP4 you can give someone to download on their computer, or you can give it a streaming link, which you can add into an email. When we do our email campaign, we use the link that points to this particular video. There's no YouTube that are going to be shared after your video is done. It's actually very straightforward, very highly professional. This is a service. It's around $300 a year. The second one is a memory place. Let's say you do an event and you want to have an opportunity to have all the pictures from every phone device that came to your event. So each individual can have access to a QR code or a link that they can click on and upload their pictures there, and everybody will have access to all the pictures. Isn't that awesome? In the same time, if they're not a current member of GotBackup, it's gonna ask them, hey, by the way, do you want to also have your own memory place account? And then that's going to be a new customer for you. That's around $300 a year. The other one is a personal promo link. When you start your GotBackup, you're given a link that you pass on to others, which will point them to a landing page, which has a little video, and it's going to prompt them for their name and email. And the moment you click submit, it ends up into your a list that they start receiving emails automatically on your behalf. The company does for you. But what if you would like to change this? What if you speak Greek and we don't have Greek yet, but you can translate all of that? And what's really cool is the email they're going to be receiving. Obviously, it's empty, but you can add it. Right? You can add those emails. You can translate whatever was done in English into Greek, for example, and now they're going to receive all your emails from your welcome emails, as many emails you want. So it's a great marketing system that you can take advantage of. And the other one here, it's a domain link, right? A domain link, for those of you that don't know what that means, it's a name that you choose to own. For example, if I want to own my name, where unfortunately someone else bought my name, which is kind of a bummer, but hey, it is what it is, right? So if I want to have chrisgingras.com, then I could own that domain. If I own that domain, then I can point my GotBackup link to chris.com. So if I go chrisgingras.com, then it will point to whatever I want it to point. That's what a domain is. Again, it's not an added service. So back to you, Tammy.
All right, so we're going to get right into the making money. I'm sure that you're on the edge of your seat right now for those of you who are looking at it for the first time. And so the first way of earning income is what we call direct referral commission. And this is when you talk to somebody about it and they're curious, they decide to join, and you're going to make $20 if they sign up for the $9.97. If they sign up for the $99, which is the yearly, you'll make $50. Okay, so what's the best part is the residual, right? Every 25% every single month after. And so an example of that, let's say you got 20 people in your business and each one of them came in at the $9.97, $20 times 20 people is $400 commission in your first month. And then every single month after, always think residual, you guys, because network marketing is about residual income, plus $50 ongoing monthly commission from those 20 people. So you're not limited at all. You can get as many people as you want in this business, and encourage everybody to do the same in your team.
So some of you are probably wondering, well, the math doesn't work. What happens is when someone pays their $9.97, what happens is GotBackup will give you 200% on month one, right? So that's where the $20 comes from on month one. After that, it's 25%, right? So we'll give you some more examples here. So the matching check commission. So for the time being, this will update. I'm telling you, the enhanced compensation plan, which is going to be launched as of, I believe, yes, July 1st, this commission is going to be changed into so many different aspects. But let me share with you what is at the moment. The matching check commission is this. You earn 25% matching check on the income of your direct referral. So Tammy talked to you about you talking to some folks. They're interested to add on the 6 terabytes. You become a member. You earn 25%. So for example, let's just say you sponsored me, okay? And what happens is over at me, there's also 19 people that you sponsored. So you sponsored 20 partners into your business, if I use Tammy's example earlier. Let's just say the average makes about $200 a month. You're earning 25%. That's what this states. 25% from all of your personals based on their earnings on the amount of sponsorship that they've done. So that in this case would be $50 per business partner. So if you had 20, then you'd be earning $1,000 a month based on your 20 people commission. Now, some are earning $200 a month. Some is way more than that. Okay, so it's just an average. Some will earn absolutely nothing. It's entirely up to them to get to work. My point in saying is that's a second example. Now, the third example, in the enhanced compensation plan, these percentage will grow. But just for the sake of this discussion, it's the same logic, okay? So what happens is we build a 2-team structure. We have a left team and a right team. Some of you have big teams, maybe on one side. This is really going to share. That's really going to turn to be quite profitable as you understand the plan. And folks, we're going to have many, many trainings on this. But just for the sake of discussion here today, is if you sponsor someone on your left team, that's a direct referral. Let's just say someone above you went ahead and sponsored someone before you did, which happens. That's what we call indirect referral. Indirect referral, it's someone else did the work before you did. And what you need underneath here in yellow, that would be direct because you sponsored that person. So you benefit from the person that you don't know of that was sponsored by the person sharing the same leg as you. That's the power of a team commission. So what happens is, how do you earn commission? Well, one is you need to remain active. 2 is you need to make sure that you activate, also invite other partners to join. Number 3 is you earn a team commission. And the team commission is based on the power leg and the pay leg. What determines the power leg? It's the amount of people that happens to be on that particular side. So for you to generate a cycle, you need to have at least 4 people on your left and 2 people on your right. That generates 1 cycle. That's what the cycle, how the cycle works. The average payout on the industry, if you look at a team commission like this, it's 10% of the pay leg. Considering that this is $10 and this is $10, if you do the math, that's $20. What's 10% of $20? That's $2. That's the industry standard. GotBackup, however, have doubled that. And wait till you get the new enhanced compensation plan. It's even better than that. And folks, everything is calculated and everything is based on the payout of 75% the company offers. And you are going to love this. But folks, this is how this works. I know that Tammy and I, my goal is to cycle over 10,000 times. I'm not kidding. We've built a team of hundreds of thousands of people. I'm not kidding. If you look at if you look at Dropbox, 800 million users. Do the math. You just need a little tweezer of that. You can make hundreds of thousands of dollars. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the power. Why do you think Netflix is so big? Why do you think Amazon Prime is so big? It's not because of all the sales they're making. It's because of the $10. $10 a month, multiply hundreds of millions of times. Do you understand what's going on? That's the power of business today. This is the reason why GotBackup is the forefront of the future when it comes to our industry. Back to you, Tammy.
And you guys are hearing it at the beginning. We're just starting to go into momentum. So this is the time to hop in and enjoy the ride with us. So it's a one-time fee of $20. We've been in the industry for a long time, and we've never seen this before. It's usually you pay yearly, or in some cases, in some companies, they even charge you a monthly fee to have your website and everything. And there's so much more added to this, which we'll share with you. So it's $9.97 or $99.97 for the year. And that's it. And that gets you started in building your business.
Yes. And if you choose to start with the VIP, and folks, don't be pressured by that, because the VIP, it's an added service. You can always come back to it later. But in this case, you're looking at about $24.97 a month. And trust me, folks, I'm paying way more than that just for one of those with a third-party company before I was with GotBackup. So just so you understand that all of this, which would be $87.30, it's $24.97 a month. And or if you pay yearly, it's $249, right? It's straightforward. So let's talk about how many countries we're in today, Tammy, as we close.
Well, Wednesday night's presentation, which I highly recommend everybody goes to, because the CEO is always sharing the updates. So it looks like we're in 160 countries now. That is super exciting. And congratulations for those of you who are on this session or that are going to catch the recording of this, because I know that this is possible because of all of you guys working to make this happen. So if you're evaluating this for the first time, you're not limited to your backyard. You got the whole world that you could send this message to and start building a global business. Make money while you sleep, guys.
I totally agree. The world is your oyster here, folks. And understand that it's really important is recognition, right? And these at the moment are the recognition based on the existing plan, right? We have the precious metals, where when you start seeing a status around when you log in, you can see in the upper right corner, I'll show you in a minute there, it shows you the status of where you are, right? So when you reach the $10,000 mark, then you are an emerald, right? 5,000 is a sapphire. And then we go to platinum, there's golds, there's silvers, there's copper, there's bronze. In copper, this is a very important building block. This is where we're going to be teaching a lot of you, or all of you willing to learn, exactly how to grow and build a very prosperous organization. Of course, the goal is to hit the diamond tiers and the elite diamond tiers. That's where we all want to sit. So we're going to share with you how this all works. And the kind of support we have, Tammy, if we're going to go through quickly on this, it's really important.
Yeah, so the moment you get started, you're going to have your personalized referral links to share with the people that are evaluating it. You're going to have personalized landing page. Email marketing system is built in. People pay for this stuff, and it's built in. Mm-hmm. You can pay if you want to get some emails done for you, but it is built in. You can do this. And they have marketing tools. They have regular online presentations like today's presentation. Wednesday night, you got the CEO talking, and other amazing leaders in many different countries are starting to present in their markets and globally, of course, and in different languages. So it's really starting to rock. We have a Telegram group where the whole world is in, and you can see everything that's going on, and you can participate in anything. And of course, trainings. There's all kinds of team trainings. When you come in, we actually do one, Chris and I, for the company every Saturday at 10 a.m. And you're very welcome to join our Saturday session. You just click on the link that you clicked on today, and that will put you into the company's platform to see the training tomorrow.
Yeah, in fact, tomorrow morning,
it's going to be a fun training tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow morning we'll be doing a really good training in reference to the 4 type of associates that comes into your business. And it's important to get a feel for this so you understand the mechanic, and not to get emotionally compromised when things don't go the way you want it to go, but understand the nature of things. We'll talk about that tomorrow. That's at 10 o'clock Eastern time. So folks, we have a product that everyone needs and a business everyone can afford. Folks, $10 a month, that's a price point. It doesn't matter where you go in the world. If people see the potential financially, they will find a way. I know for most of us, it's a coffee, right? You go to Starbucks, a coffee will cost you anywhere between $5 to $10, depending on what you buy and the stuff you put in it. My point I'm telling you here, folks, it's that it's a price point that everyone can afford, which is extremely important. So, folks, it's time to get started. Don't wait. Turn your dreams into a reality. Tammy and I saw the big picture back in May. We know that the cloud storage service is the new oil. I am not kidding. A lot of people don't see that yet. This is very important, and the future is extremely bright with GotBackup. And what we like to do is we'd like to finish with, where did I put this? Just a moment. Sometime Mac changed my orders and I had it all. Here we go. Okay. So what I want you guys to understand that if you want to get started, make sure that you get back to the link that the person who invited you here today has given you, and simply get started today. Just click get started today. As simple as that. This is the package we recommend for you to select. It's as simple as that. I recommend a yearly because it's a lot more cost effective. And once you've done that, you just put your information. It is that simple, where you live and everything else. And again, you just activate it, and this is it, right? It's as simple as that, right? The $20 is what we're telling you about as the affiliate, and then you pay the $9.97, and that's you see the $129. It's as simple as that. You put your credit card information, purchase, it is a done deal. So let me log in so you can see a little bit of the inside of how this looks like. There we go. I'm just going to put my fingerprint here so I can log in. Yeah, Yoda is my ID. Okay, so from there, this is your back office, right? And you have here all the tools. Use this tool. When you click on that very, very quickly, again, it will take you to the new cloud. This is the old cloud that we saw when we first started. This is the one that is pointing to the new app and everything else, okay? So from there, what happens here is you can download the Mac version or the Windows version or the iOS version for your phone or the Android version, depending on what device you have. So again, it's all there. As you can see, I have 7 terabytes simply because I bought another terabyte, I think for $49 for in my entire life. So I know because I'm a data hogger. I do put a lot of stuff in there, right? So again, and then there's the email marketing that we were talking about. Just very quickly, I'm going to touch on that. You click on this and you can see here, if I go to my broadcast messages, right? You can see how I'm using this. Every single week, I send emails. You can see here how it all started, right? Now, what's happening is my audience has been growing and growing and growing and growing. And for example, I just invited them to this presentation that you're seeing here today. That's the link, right? That's the email that I sent. It was sent to 276 people. 39 opened it. 3 clicks. So that means that they actually clicked on the link. And there's a little video that Tammy and I did to actually show people exactly what we're talking about here today. I'm not going to go further than that. These are all the VIP. That's the video streaming that I was telling you about that we use all the time, right? They're all here. This is where we're putting all our videos. And then from there, if I want to take this video, for example, and I want to embed it where I would like to use this link to put into an email, or I'd like to share that video. So for someone to download on their computer, they certainly can. Okay, really, really cool. You got here, let's see, I have my business where I have access to all my stuff. I'm not going to go through this here today. What I'd like to focus on here is the leaderboard. Okay, oops, what's going on here? Just one second, it kicked me out. Okay, so let me go back in. Okay, so you can see here, these are all the leaderboard. In fact, what I want, let's see here. I want, what's the recommend rank up? Okay, where is my, direct affiliate, my downline, my payout?
It should be there, Chris, the leaderboard.
No, the one that shows, you know, all the rank, that's the recognition rank up. By the way, this is really, really cool. Just want to kind of walk you through this very quickly here, folks, is where it shows you all the people. For example, this person here just hit platinum, right? Is not cool, right? Or sorry, Sapphire. And we have here 2 new platinums, right? And we have here some new silvers and so forth. So for example, you can turn around and you can actually say, congratulations. What's going to happen? It's going to turn around. Unfortunately, there's no picture on this one, but it's going to create a flyer. And if he had his picture on, I can put his picture over here and I can download this, right? And then I can post it. And that's very, very, very cool. These are all the things that helps you create recognition. As you know, babies cry for it, adults die for it. Very, very important. And if you go back here, I'm trying to find here the link that has the
leaderboard. Yeah.
The leaderboard. Did they remove that?
I don't.
Because I don't see it.
It would be
Welcome
recent.
member.
Yeah.
That's a leaderboard I was earned earlier. They might have changed that. They might have, you know why? It's because the new competition plan is coming up, and I think they might have changed this.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is, because it shows all the activities that everybody has done in previous weeks. So at the end of the day here, folks, what we're looking at here, it's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity that gives you the potential to really create an environment, a financial environment that can really help you live the life that you want to live, opposed to the life that you have to live. And this is what Tammy and I have really been focusing these past years, is we design our lives in the way we want it. And folks, it's absolutely wonderful. The future is so bright. We got backup. Again, price point that everyone can afford, and it's a service that everyone needs. The question is just to market it so folks are aware of this. You can see how simple it is to install, and from that point on, we're off to the races, folks. Once we have a fraction of what Dropbox has done, we are going to have millionaires in this company that are going to be earning on a monthly basis. So Tammy, do you want to kind of finish with last words as we end this session?
I say jump in. The service is phenomenal. The opportunity is there. The timing is there. That's what everybody's always looking for. And we're habitually, you know, Joel says this all the time, we're habitually using data without even paying attention to it, you know, just taking pictures outside, you know, at events or whatever, videos, putting documents in folders. We're already doing this. And it's unconscious in the payments. You know, when you look at your credit card and you see payments of, I don't know, $100, $200, sometimes you look at that and you go, oh my gosh, you know, maybe I can cut back here, cut back there, but $10, people don't think that way. It's just,
absolutely,
they just normally do it. Yeah.
So folks, listen, we want to thank you for joining us here this afternoon, morning, or evening, depending where you live in the world. This is a wonderful opportunity. Don't miss out on that. It's going to get big. I promise you. It's going to explode. Take advantage of that. Get back with the person who invited you here today. Activate your position and start backing up your stuff and tell others about it. So have yourself a wonderful rest of your evening. And for those of you that will showing up tomorrow for our training, it's 10 o'clock Eastern time. We're going to talk about the 4 different type of users, associates that are in your team, so you can be prepared of how things are going to evolve